Have you ever walked down the street and come across signs like these? Signs with all kinds of languages, images, and even some pretty intense warnings. But do they really work? Let's find out. In Vietnam, these warning signs are not just simple notices, they're practically works of art. From fierce wording, humorous images, to even gangster-style threats. But the real question is, do these signs actually stop people from peeing in public? The truth is, even with warning signs, many people see them as a challenge. The stricter the sign, the more useless it seems to be. Some places have upgraded their technology with anti-peeing alarm systems, but they don't always work either. So what about other countries? Do they face the same problem? In Japan, public restrooms are widely available and extremely clean. In Singapore, violators can be fined up to 500 SGD, 9 million VND. And in Germany, they use a special paint that makes urine splash right back at the offender. These solutions could be a great inspiration for Vietnam to adopt and tackle this issue more effectively. Have you ever wondered why there are so many no public urination signs in Vietnam? Is this just an issue of urban hygiene, or are there deeper cultural and historical perspectives behind it? Today, let's uncover the story behind this phenomenon. During the feudal period, Vietnamese people had the habit of relieving themselves outdoors, especially in rural areas. In urban areas, sewage systems were underdeveloped, so many people would still find hidden corners to handle their business. During the French colonial period, authorities introduced public hygiene regulations, but these habits remained difficult to change. Since the 1980s, no public urination signs have become increasingly common, marking a shift in public awareness about hygiene. But is having warning signs alone enough to change the habits of millions of people? This issue isn't unique to Vietnam. Many other Asian countries have faced the same problem. Some researchers suggest that this behavior stems from a lack of public restrooms and a mindset of if everyone does it, so can I. But why have some places managed to change, while others haven't? Places like Singapore have successfully eliminated this issue with strict measures. But in Vietnam, what would be the most effective solution? Some suggest that instead of just imposing fines, additional measures like increasing the number of public restrooms should be implemented. Warning signs are only part of the issue. Ultimately, personal awareness is the key. If everyone takes responsibility for keeping public spaces clean, then signs wouldn't even be necessary, right? A small act, but with big consequences. Public urination doesn't just ruin the city's appearance, it also has serious effects on the environment and public health. Today, let's explore the environmental and social impacts of this issue. Urine might seem harmless, but in reality, it contains bacteria and harmful chemicals. Over time, it can erode surfaces like bricks, concrete, and even metal. Worse, urine seeps into the soil and contaminates groundwater sources. Dirty, smelly streets aren't just unpleasant for locals, they also leave a bad impression on tourists. Imagine a foreign traveler arriving in Vietnam, and their first impression is a strong, unpleasant odor. This significantly affects the country's image in the eyes of international visitors. Beyond hygiene issues, public urination poses serious health risks. Urine can contain bacteria like E. coli and Salmonella, which cause diarrhea and intestinal infections. During hot weather, urine evaporates quickly, releasing ammonia that irritates the eyes, nose, and lungs. So, how do we solve this issue? Many countries have tackled this problem by investing in public restrooms, installing surveillance cameras, and increasing fines. Additionally, awareness campaigns have helped shift public behavior. Ultimately, personal responsibility is key. If everyone does their part, we can make our cities cleaner and more beautiful. In many places around the world, public urination used to be a serious issue. But why have some cities almost eliminated this problem? What solutions have they implemented, and what can Vietnam learn from them? In some countries, penalties for public urination are extremely strict. For example, In Singapore, first-time offenders can be fined up to 1,000 Singapore dollars and even required to do community service. In Germany, some cities impose fines of up to 5,000 euros for public urination. These heavy fines make people think twice before acting irresponsibly. Beyond heavy fines, some countries use psychological deterrents. In India, many walls are painted with images of deities, making people afraid to urinate there out of respect. In Germany, scientists developed a super hydrophobic nanocoating. Urine bounces right back at anyone who tries. These creative solutions are both amusing and effective. One major reason for public urination is the lack of accessible restrooms. In Japan, France, and the Netherlands, public toilets are not only free but also extremely clean and convenient. In China, an app helps people locate the nearest public restroom instantly. These innovations offer a sustainable solution to the problem. So, what can Vietnam learn from these examples? Investing in public toilets, using smart technology, and raising awareness are key solutions. Let's work together to make our cities cleaner and more beautiful. Join hands for a clean community, for a green world. Let's protect the environment.